So traders, slingshot. Is there a slingshot move about to happen in the stock market? Also, gold and silver, guys. There is a huge warning out of gold and silver. Okay. Mining stocks are getting a bit of a bid today. Go the mining stocks. Here we go. Now, onto the stocking market. So, one thing I'm seeing right now when it comes to the actual stock market itself, guys, is this. The Dow Jones right now, right, this is the Dow Jones here, is we can see, look at this, let's check this out. What we got here is a bit of a breakdown past the support level. See the support level here? Really strong level of support, right? Support. 42,000. Rejection today. What does that mean? Probably have a down day tomorrow? We probably will have a down day tomorrow, right? We probably will do something like this, right? We're probably going to get something like this tomorrow. That's it. The top's in. No, top's not in, okay? Remember, what we want to do is we want to see how markets work, not what we hope to see. And I'm seeing that when it comes to the gold market right now, I'm seeing that people are just hoping that gold's just going to keep going up and up and up and up. It's like that. No, okay, cool. Anyway, so we have this down. We're probably going to get a bit of a down move soon here at the resistance level. Then what we're probably going to see is this thing come right back up through here, right? Right back up above that 42,000. And then this here, false breakdown, followed by slingshot move, coming up to all-time new highs. I do see coming, right? And so what happens here is this. We're at this level of major support on the Dow Jones. We've got this sharp move down. We've had come right back up. If we do not evacuate to the downside and we start to get back above 42,000, all-time new highs, and I call it the slingshot pattern. Why is it called the slingshot pattern? Bit of a slingshot, right? You know, you pull back, right? Boom! Right? Bam! Slingshot pattern, right, guys? So you know how you pull the slingshot back and then you hit it, right? Like with my coach, right? With my boxing coach. Actually, when you throw a punch, my boxing coach says, don't pull your hand back and then throw the punch. Just throw it forward, right? Throw it forward. Don't pull it back. Throw it forward, right? There's a bit of a... For you guys that are boxers, right? You know exactly what I'm talking about, right? You don't jerk your hand back and then throw the punch. No, a good puncher, he's just like, boom! He just pushes it forward. Anyway, but the slingshot, what are we doing? We're going to pull the slingshot back and then wham! Then it goes. Phew. What we're getting right now, we're getting that slingshot. We're getting the pullback, getting the pullback, and then wham! All the way through to the upside. Right, guys? So just remember, traders, what we need in this situation, we just need a really good trading system, trading patterns that we're looking for. Don't just trading based off whim or a hope. And if that's the case for you guys, if you're looking for some good trading systems, I've put together 4 of my top trading systems over the last 20 years for $4 only. Bit of a flash sale. That first thing in the description there, or go to johnsflashsale.com. You can see the actual trading courses. I put 4 amazing trading courses that get you started on any market in the description below. So big move down, big move back up. Right, so slingshot pattern, guys, could be happening right now. Again, we get back above that 42,000. Right, get ready. Remember, in a BAM, this is not the top of the market, not just yet, right? We need to see the top form, right? Tops in markets, right? Check this out. Easy tiger, right? Check this out. Do I have it here? Yeah, I have it here, right? This here is, where is this? Yeah, all right, I'll do this one here, right? How do I do? All right, check this out, right? So, if you look at how tops are formed, and I want you to just let's actually see how the markets operate so we can just get an understanding of what's happening with the stock market right now, right? S&P, forget the Russell. the Russell's on an all-time, the Russell's on part of its own thing there, right? Forget the Russell. Russell was doing... I'm laughing because I was just like, oh man, I thought King Russell was going to make a big move. I actually made 85% return in the Russell last year. So I made money at the Russell, but not as much as I thought it was going to do. But anyway, when it comes to the stock market, remember, a crash in the market, a big move in the market, if we go look at all the markets out there and just see what history says about these markets, you will see that if we're going to see a really big, significant downturn in the stock market, what will happen? We don't just go straight down, right? and you go look at all these, really look at the 1929 crash. What happened in the 1929 crash? We went down, didn't we? Then we rallied to create the lower high. This rally here was over the space of a few weeks. Then we had, this here was the 1929 crash. But look what happened before the top. And by the way, I have no idea what the news, the economic data, the interest rates, the inflation, and what was happening back then. What I can see is what happens. 1987, what happened? We came down, we rallied up for a few weeks, we created the lower high, and then we broke. As soon as we actually broke this low, this is when the market fell off a cliff. But notice how we actually rallied up first to create the lower high. Why do you think I keep saying we're probably going to get at least a rally? Because if we're going to create a top, what is a top in the markets before the Big Bang? 1962 crash. What is this? Right? Look at this. This is where, guys, power's in your hand. The power is in your hands, right? Going down, come back up, lower high, and then we come down and then we break the low. This is when we start to become worried, because a downward trend, a bear market crash is what? Lower highs. And this is where, that there is when we have a lower high breaking past previous lows, which simply means we come down, we come up, and then we break this low. This is when, as you can see, that's when the 1929 crash actually happened. 1987 actually happened after the lower high. 1962 actually happened. 2008 crash, lower high, lower low, lower low, lower high. Global financial crisis. 2001 Bitcoin crash. What happened? Down, we rallied for about, that was for about 2, 3, 4 weeks from there. And then we had the move. Like my drawing? Anyway, 1966, you see what I'm saying here, right, guys? We don't just go, we don't do this, right? People think, the top's in and the market's just going to do this, and then we're just going to do this, and then it's all over. Maybe if you trade Luna, the cryptocurrency, but one of those shit coins, well, of course you're going to get that, right? But no. So if you're looking for a big drop in the stock market today, you know there's a massive probability we're going to at least get a rally first. If this is going to be the top, look at all the major crashes. Learn from history. The market is giving us a footprint of how these markets work. And you know what the most amazing thing about what I'm teaching you right now? You know what the most amazing thing about this? I don't know any of the macroeconomics, the data, the inflation, the fundamentals, wars, anything out there. But I do know, it's a lower high. Now, John, it can't be that simple. Well, I'm showing you a pattern that forms at the top of the market. So if we are going to go through a really big down move, I'm showing you what we're going to get. We're going to get the lower high first. How's a lower high formed? How does a lower high form? We rally for a few weeks. We have to 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 rally for a few weeks to create the lower high. So even though we had this really big strong leg on the downside in all the indices, Nasdaq, Dow, right? And the reason why I'm saying this, guys, is traders, my background, right? My background is, guys, I grew up in a family of 9, 5 brothers, 2 sisters, 7 kids, mum and dad in a government assisted 3-bedroom house. Right? Government assisted because my dad lost his home to the home fund. What ended up happening is my mum went to the really dark side, stole all my dad's money, put it into her arm, if you know what I mean, and our brothers and sisters got split up between the grandparents for many years. Mum went to rehab and dad was by himself. That's how I grew up. I grew up as ADHD. I grew up with, you're not going to result to anything. I was always in the lower class of school. I didn't even do year 12. Year 10, I was out there. I've never done TAFE degrees. I've never done uni degrees. Now, I've done many trading courses, right, throughout my 20 years of trading, all around. And that's why when it comes to my actual coaching program, that's why when I teach you and I coach you, and if you want to become part of my inner circle, where I'm coaching you every single week, that third link in the description there, if you go to getjohntop.com, over there, you'll be able to see exactly what it's about. You'll be able to see my real equity curve as well too. People that have done my coaching program, you can see all the details over there. So go check it out, guys, right? But when I come to you, and I'm so excited about what I teach you here, because it's actually the smallest little things. Now, it's not really small things. This is how the markets truly operate on the deepest level. I'm not looking at indicators. I'm not looking at macroeconomics. I didn't even know what it was back there. But what I do know is that if this is going to be the start of a big down move, we are going to rally first for a few weeks. And then we're going to see the lower high. Now, I don't know if we are going to get that, right? Mean a lower high. So if we look at this here, this is that's the Dow Jones there. Same for the NASDAQ, right? This is the NASDAQ here. And this is obviously, the S&P 500. Is this going to be the top here? Let me blow this one up. Is this going to be the top here? If it is, what are we going to get? What does history say? In every single time we get a bear market. Look at it back here. We got the drop down, didn't we? Then what did we get? We got a bit of a rally. We had another drop down. We had another big strong rally. And then we had this drop down to the downside. And it all happens. Now once, whatever, right? Once every now and then you get something like this. Once in 100 years. It's called a black swan event, right? So the purpose of me telling you that is to give the power back to your hands. I'm giving you one simple thing of how these markets work, and it's the reason why that there's a massive probability we're going to see this bounce here. Now, what do we look? If this is going to be the start of a complete meltdown, what did I just share with you? Every single major crash in history, especially the big ones, right? 87, 1929, 2008, the big ones in the last 100 years, right? And then a few other ones that I shared with you. What did we get? We actually got a rally first, then we got the lower high, and then we break down. Until we get this, no, we're not going to have a big, massive, complete meltdown in the stock market. If we do get something like this, what we're seeing through here, right here, that's when you can start to be what? Worried about the market having a big move down, right? But first and foremost, what are we likely to see over the next few weeks? We're likely to see the rally first over the next few weeks. Then we can reassess. Is it going to be a lower high? Is it not going to be a lower high? Because all this could be is just the move all the way back up to all-time new highs and then just do something like that. And this is just nothing but a short-term shake and bake. I've shown you 2008. I've shown you 1966. I've shown you 1987. I've shown you 1929. I'm showing you the top here. You see what the market does. That's why, guys, if we just step back and just look at this here, unfortunately, one of the biggest mistakes I'm seeing right now is what? Is we're utilizing the wrong information. No wonder we're making stupid decisions in the market. Just look at the market. Look at the charts. And this is where, actually, unfortunately, a lot of people think there's got to be more to it than what I'm talking about here. Tell me where I'm going wrong. Tell me what I'm doing. Tell me where I'm wrong here. Every single major crash in history does this first. If we are going to start a big crash first, we get the lower high first. Then we can start to be worried about the big dog starting to come out through here and we start to get a lot more of a stronger selling. Then we can worry about that big dog coming out. But until that happens, right? As you know, until that happens, it's here. When we get the lower high breaking a low, that's what we see as the 1929 crash. Down, up, and then up a bit there. Down. Right? you guys are probably saying, what the hell was that, John? Anyway, so I hope you can see what I'm seeing through. Now let's go look at gold and silver. Let's start off with the good old silver. Silver really starting to really build a bit of strength through here. But once again, yeah, silver's just a wildcat, isn't it? But John, you don't understand. Silver's going to go up because it's so undervalued compared to gold. Just bear in mind, okay? Just bear in mind. You may be right when it comes to that, okay? And looking at gold right now as well too. Gold is, this is obviously a weekly chart. Look how much gold's been going up. And remember, guys, you just want to understand, whenever I'm talking about something with these markets, just understand how they work, right? Look at the charts back in 100 years, right? And you tell me any market that just keeps going up and up and up and up and up. What's that called? It's called now a bubble, right? We need to go through these reset phases, right? But John, you don't understand, John, because like with gold, it's just going to keep going up forever. We're not going to ever pull back. We're not going to ever get a drop out of gold because, Russia, they're taking physical delivery and that's going to keep pushing this market up. Do you know how long that narrative has been like that? Since 2020, we've been hearing these stories. Don't listen to the stories. Don't listen to the farts. Listen to the charts. You guys are listening to the farts and thinking that's going to affect the market here. By the way, it's already affected the market here. Right? So you're too late. You're too late. If you're looking to get in gold right now, you're too late. Now, I'm not calling for... People think I'm calling for a complete crash out of gold. Oh, well, it's not going to keep going up. It's not going to crash. You know, you may be right. What gold may do from here is we may just do this here for the rest of the year. Have a bit of resting period. Why? Because that's what it does, right? We go up, we go sideways. We go up, we go sideways. We go up, we go sideways. Right? Just look at the patterns, right? Up and down, up and down. You just see what the market does. So I'm doing this video here to try to give you guys, as I told you before about my story, right? It's like I'm not the smartest tool in the shed, but through my 20 years of experience, I've learned the most important things that pull the levers with these markets to help you have a good opportunity to make a successful trade and have a successful trading career, because you're focused on the most important things in the markets, not the wrong things.